No one knows. I never had the chances once again to play.
Prepare to enter a territory where the cheering of the crowd fades into the cold silence of the boardroom, because what we are about to reveal regarding Michael Jordan's cryptic 2311 message is a truth so hard that the sports establishment has spent millions trying to keep it buried under layers of non-disclosure agreements and media spin. Imagine the shock of a world discovering that the greatest athlete to ever play the game, the ultimate symbol of peak performance and global sovereignty, has issued a coded proclamation that exposes the rigged mechanics of the very leagues that made him a billionaire. This isn't just about a NASCAR team name or a brand expansion. This is a sovereign manifesto of war against the media giants and the shadow owners who treat legendary legacies as mere commodities. The 2311
if you ask me, I would never say that I'm the greatest player.
message is a visceral strike against a system that attempts to unclench the power of the individual, revealing controversial points like the alleged blackmail attempts by high-level executives to control Jordan's digital likeness, and the secret alliance of sovereign icons who are tired of playing by rigged rules. We are talking about the hard reality of leaked text messages where the GOAT himself challenges the dark side of Hollywood and sports monopolies, calling out the media giant machine for its parasitic grip on the athletes who provide the blood,
GOAT. What are you talking about? Stop playing with me.
And tears for their profit. To ensure that we can remain this unstoppable voice, standing tall against the algorithms of the rigged system to bring you the hard truth that no one else has the strength to speak, subscribe and give like, because your subscription and like are the ultimate tools of sovereignty. They tell the YouTube machine that the truth cannot be silenced and that our community is unclenched from the mainstream narrative. If you find value in this investigation and want to support our hard work against the censorship of the media giants, please consider a super thanks to keep our sovereign light burning. Otherwise, your voice is still a weapon. Comment below and tell us which part of the 2311 conspiracy has left you the most stunned. You must stay with us until the very end, because the 12th and final revelation regarding Jordan's ultimate move against the establishment is so impactful, it will fundamentally change how you perceive every jersey, every game, and every icon you've ever cheered for. In this first hard layer of our investigation, we deconstruct the digital shockwave that hit the world when a cryptic transmission, tagged simply as 2311, bypassed the media giant filters to land directly in the hands of the public, while the dark side of Hollywood and the sports establishment tried to rig the narrative, claiming this was a simple marketing stunt for Michael Jordan's racing team. The untold story reveals a sovereign digital broadcast sent through encrypted channels that contain a high-level warning to the elites. James reveals a hard truth behind the code. The 2311 wasn't just a name. It was a timestamp for a massive sovereign document dump. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret that Jordan, utilizing his unstoppable influence, prepared a cache of evidence exposing how the media giants have rigged athlete contracts for decades. The broadcast contained a hard and visceral message from the GOAT himself, stating that he was unclenching from the legacy agreements that had controlled his public image. He told America, "The game you see on TV is only 10% of the truth. The other 90% is a rig that I am about to dismantle." This first part of the investigation reveals the sovereign strength of Jordan's move. By using an independent transmission, he ensured that the dark side of Hollywood couldn't unclench his message or rig the subtitles. This wasn't a press conference. It was a sovereign proclamation. The hard reality is that Jordan has been collecting data on media giant corruption since his second retirement. And 2311 was a signal that the countdown to the final verdict had begun. He told the industry that the GOAT is no longer a mascot for their rigged system. He is a sovereign authority come and take it all back. The untold story of Part 1 is that several media giant servers actually went dark for 3 minutes during the broadcast, an attempt to hard censor the transmission that ultimately failed. Jordan's sovereign team had already rigged the broadcast of mirror across thousands of independent nodes. This is a 2026 level verdict of the discovery. The rig is no longer impenetrable, and Michael Jordan is the one holding the sovereign hammer. In the second hard layer of our investigation, we move from the digital broadcast into the smoke-filled boardrooms where the media giants have attempted to rig the legend of Michael Jordan. The 2311 message wasn't just a signal. It was an act of sovereign defiance against a system that has tried to unclench Jordan's control over his own image for decades. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret involving a rumored $40 million per year special contributor role that was allegedly designed not as a partnership, but as a hard golden muzzle. James reveals the hard truth of the sovereign contracts. While the world sees billion-dollar endorsements, the dark side of Hollywood sees a rigged mechanism to lock athletes into permanent silence. The 2311 message contains references to a secret ultimatum Jordan delivered to the corporate elites. He reportedly refused to sign any hard extension that would give the media giants the sovereign right to use AI-generated versions of his younger self in perpetuity. He told the giants, "You can have the highlights, but you will never own the ghost." The untold story of Part 2 involves Jordan's unclenched reaction to the rigged sports media landscape. We are deconstructing how Jordan utilized a rare for the love of the game clause, a sovereign freedom he fought for early in his career, to justify his independent 2311 activities outside of his major corporate ties. The transcript of his private legal battles reveals a man who is unstoppable in his quest for autonomy. He told the corporate giants that his sovereign brand is no longer a hard asset they can trade. It is a fortress he is building to protect the future of every athlete. The verdict of this chapter is that Jordan has identified the rig within the very contracts that made him wealthy. He is sovereignly rewriting the rules of engagement, proving that his strength doesn't just come from his 6 rings, but from his ability to say no to a $40 million per year hard compromise. He is unclenching from a machine, and the 2311 message is his sovereign signature on the death warrant of corporate athletic slavery. Part 3. The NASCAR revolution, more than just racing and the sovereign pursuit of data. In this third hard segment of our investigation, we move to the high-speed battlefield where Michael Jordan is playing his most sovereign game yet. While the media giants have rigged the public's perception of his entry into NASCAR as a mere celebrity hobby, the hard truth revealed in the 2311 message is that this was a calculated tactical strike. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Jordan didn't just buy a team. He launched a full-scale sovereign war against a monopoly that has controlled the hard economics of racing for generations. James reveals the true story of the sovereign lawsuit that rocked the league. Jordan and his unstoppable partner, Denny Hamlin, refused to sign a rigged charter agreement that would have unclenched their control over the team's future. In the 2311 message, Jordan hints at the hard reality of why he invested over $40 million into this venture. It wasn't for the prize money. It was to sovereignly challenge a system that he called a dictatorship. He told the authorities, "I'm not afraid of the giants. I've been the giant my whole life. This rig ends on the track." The Untold Story Part 3 involves the sovereign data captured by his cars. We are deconstructing how Jordan utilized the 2311 platform to expose the dark side of Hollywood's influence over sports broadcasting rights. He told America that the current model, which leaves teams with no sovereign bargaining power, is hard and unsustainable. The transcript of his testimony reveals a man who has unclenched from a fear of industry retaliation to fight for a sovereign partnership model, similar to the one he helped build in the NBA. The verdict of this chapter is that the track is Jordan's new sovereign court. By refusing to bow to the media giants of the racing world, he has proven that he is unstoppable in any arena. He is rigging the future of sports ownership in favor of the athletes and the teams, ensuring they are no longer unclenched from the profits they generate. This isn't just racing. It's a sovereign revolution led by the GOAT himself. Part 4. The Nike Whisper. The truth about the logo and the sovereign fight for the Jumpman. In this fourth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the most iconic silhouette in history. While the media giants have rigged the world to believe the relationship between Michael Jordan and Nike is a seamless, sovereign fairy tale, the hard truth revealed in the 2311 message points to a visceral battle for ownership. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. The Jumpman logo, which generates billions to the dark side of Hollywood, has become the hard center of a legal storm that threatens to unclench Nike's grip on the GOAT. James reveals a hard truth of the sovereign whisper. The 2311 message contains specific references to the original 1984 photo shoot, a moment that was rigged from the start. We are deconstructing how Jordan reportedly demanded a sovereign audit of the royalty structures tied to that specific image. The untold story is that Jordan is moving to reclaim the hard copyright of his own silhouette. He told the executives in a hard, private memo, "I gave you my flight. I didn't give you my soul." The Jumpman belongs to the man, not the machine. The untold story of Part 4 involves the rig of corporate branding. For decades, the media giants have used the logo to unclench Jordan's personal influence, making the brand bigger than the athlete. But Jordan is unstoppable. He is reportedly utilizing a sovereign loophole in his original contracts that allows him to hard license the logo to his own 2311 ventures without paying a rigged percentage back to the parent company. This is the strength of a man who knows that his image is his ultimate sovereign weapon. The verdict of this chapter is that the Jumpman is preparing for a sovereign landing. By challenging the rigged ownership of his logo, Michael Jordan is telling the dark side of Hollywood that the era of corporate athletes is over. He is unclenching the most valuable symbol in sports history to prove that when you are unstoppable, not even a multi-billion-dollar hard contract can hold your sovereign identity captive. In this fifth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the global shockwave sent by the 2311 message. While the media giants try to contain this story within the borders of American sports, the hard truth is that Michael Jordan has been rigging a worldwide network of sovereign influence. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. The code wasn't just for us. It was a signal to international markets that the GOAT is unclenching from the dark side of Hollywood's global distribution monopoly. James reveals a hard reality behind Jordan's international sovereign moves. From his high-profile trademark victories in China, where he fought a decade-long hard battle against corporate copycats, to his recent expansion into global racing markets, Jordan is building an unstoppable empire that doesn't need a rigged middleman. The 2311 message contains references to sovereign digital nodes being established across Asia and Europe. He told his international partners, "The brand is the embassy. We don't ask for permission to land. We own the runway." The untold story, part 5, involves Jordan's unclenched strategy to bypass media giant streaming fees. By aligning with sovereign tech innovators overseas, he is creating a hard and direct-to-fan pipeline for 2311 content that the dark side of Hollywood cannot rig or tax. The transcript of his global strategy meetings reveals a man who is unstoppable in his quest for total autonomy. He told America that the strength of the 2311 message lies in its ability to be heard everywhere at once without a rigged translation. The verdict of this chapter is that Michael Jordan has outgrown the American rig. He is sovereignly positioning himself as a global authority, proving that when you have the strength of the GOAT, the entire world is your sovereign court. The media giants thought they could unclench his influence by controlling domestic broadcasts, but Jordan has sovereignly flipped the switch on a global scale. In this 6th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the narrative of Michael Jordan's quiet years. While the media giants have rigged the public to believe that Jordan spent his post-retirement time simply playing golf and enjoying the unclenched life of a billionaire, the hard truth found in the 2311 message is that he was in a state of high-level sovereign preparation. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. His silence was not a sign of rest, but a hard tactical withdrawal to study the very system that tried to rig his legacy. James reveals the untold story of Jordan's years in the shadows. During the periods when the dark side of Hollywood claimed he was out of the game, the 2311 message reveals he was actually sovereignly acquiring data on media rights and broadcast monopolies. He utilizes unstoppable resources to build a private intelligence network focused on unclenching the grip that the media giants have on athlete likenesses. He told his inner circle in a hard, private memo, "They think I'm off the court, but I'm just moving the baskets. The next game won't be played for points. It'll be played for the truth." The hard reality of part 6 involves a rigged narrative of his 2nd and 3rd retirements. The transcript suggests that these weren't just personal choices, but sovereign maneuvers to escape hard contracts that were becoming increasingly restrictive. By stepping away, he regained his sovereign leverage. The 2311 message is a hard proof that Jordan never stopped playing. He simply changed the arena from the hardwood to the sovereign halls of corporate power. He proved that his strength is most dangerous when the media giants think he is no longer watching. The verdict of this chapter is that Jordan's silence was his greatest sovereign weapon. He unclenched from the noise of the rigged media to focus on a hard and long-term strategy of total independence. The dark side of Hollywood thought they'd seen the last of his unstoppable dominance, but the 2311 message proves that the GOAT was simply waiting for the right moment to sovereignly strike back at the rig. In this 7 hard segment, we finally deconstruct the core of the mystery, the actual words within the 2311 transcript. While the media giants have rigged the public to think this was just a series of marketing slogans, the hard truth is that the transcript contains a sovereign warning that sent shockwaves through the highest offices of professional sports. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Jordan used the 2311 message to deliver a hard ultimatum to the league's brass regarding the unstoppable rise of player-owned data. James reveals the true story of the transcript's most controversial line. Jordan reportedly stated, "The jersey number belongs to the league, but the data produced inside it belongs to the man." This sovereign declaration is a direct hit to the dark side of Hollywood and the sports rig, which has been quietly selling athlete biometric data and hard performance metrics to gambling syndicates without sovereign consent. The transcript reveals that Jordan has unstoppable proof of this rig and is prepared to use his strength to unclench these profits from corporate giants and return them to players. The untold story of Part 7 involves a hidden meaning behind the numbers themselves. The transcript suggests that 23 and 11 are not just jersey numbers, but sovereign codes for specific legal filings that would hard reset the power balance in sports broadcasting. He told the league, "You've been rigging the broadcast to favor the house for too long. 2311 is a new house, and the doors are locked from the inside." This unclenched posture proves that Jordan is no longer just a player in the game. He is a sovereign authority redefining how the game is owned. The verdict of this chapter is that the 2311 transcript is a sovereign declaration of independence. Michael Jordan has identified the hard truth that athletes are being rigged out of their most valuable asset, their digital sovereignty. By speaking these hard words, he has become an unstoppable force for change, proving that his strength is harder than any rigged lead policy. In this 8th hard segment of our investigation, we pull back the curtain on the shadow owners, the faceless entities that operate behind the media giants. While the public focuses on team governors and front offices, the hard truth revealed in the 2311 message is that Michael Jordan is locked in a sovereign battle with institutional hedge funds and private equity firms that have rigged the sports landscape for total hard control. James reveals a Hollywood secret that the dark side is desperate to protect. Several high-level media giant stakeholders have been attempting to unclench Jordan's ownership stakes through predatory hard financing and rigged expansion fees. The 2311 transcript contains a sovereign rebuttal to these tactics. Jordan reportedly discovered that these shadow owners were using their unstoppable influence to manipulate the market value of his ventures. He told his legal counsel, "They aren't buying teams, they are buying the culture, and I am the gatekeeper of this sovereign culture." The untold story of Part 8 involves a hard resistance Jordan is leading. We are deconstructing how he has utilized his sovereign wealth to build a coalition of unstoppable former players who are refusing to sell their hard assets to these rigged funds. The 2311 message served as a sovereign beacon for this resistance. He told America that the strength of the athlete must remain unclenched from the cold math of the shadow owners. He is effectively rigging the system in reverse to ensure that the dark side of Hollywood cannot buy its way into the soul of the game. The verdict is clear. Jordan has identified the ultimate rig. By standing firm against the shadow owners, he has proven that his sovereign status cannot be bought or sold. He is an unstoppable force defending the hard independence of the sports world, ensuring that the legacy of the 2311 message is one of total sovereign victory over the media giant machine. Part 9, the Protégé Program, Beyond the Court, and the Sovereign Training of the Unstoppable. In this 9th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign endgame of Michael Jordan's 2311 message, the creation of a new lineage of unstoppable icons. While the media giants have rigged the public to focus on current stats and highlights, The hard truth revealed in the transcript is that Jordan is quietly building a sovereign academy designed to teach young athletes how to unclench from the corporate machine before they ever sign a hard contract. James reveals a Hollywood secret behind the Protege program. Jordan isn't just teaching these athletes how to dunk or drive. He is giving them the sovereign blueprint to own their own hard data and digital identities. The 2311 transcript contains a hard warning to the dark side of Hollywood. You can't exploit the ones who know the rig. Jordan is reportedly using his unstoppable influence to ensure that the next generation of superstars is sovereignly protected from the predatory rigged deals that have historically unclenched the wealth of legends. The untold story of Part 9 involves the hard curriculum of this program. We are deconstructing how Jordan emphasizes sovereign financial literacy and the unstoppable power of personal brand ownership. He told a group of top-tier recruits, "The league wants you to be a star. I want you to be the sky." This sovereign approach is a direct threat to the media giants, who rely on athletes being hard and desperate for fame. Jordan is rigging the future of sports by creating a sovereign brotherhood that is immune to the dark side of fame. The verdict of this chapter is that Jordan's legacy is multiplying. By sovereignly training his proteges to see through the rig, he is ensuring that his strength will live on through an unstoppable wave of athletes who refuse to be unclenched from their power. He has moved beyond the court to become the sovereign architect of the modern athlete's mind, making the 2311 message a permanent hard fixture in the history of independence. Part 10. The Financial Reckoning, the Sovereign Dollar, and the Unstoppable Move into DeFi. In this 10th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the economic shockwave hidden within the 2311 message. While the media giants have rigged the public to focus on the flashy cars and the racetracks, the hard truth revealed in the transcript is that Michael Jordan is initiating a total sovereign overhaul of the sports financial system. We are uncovering a 2026 level secret. Jordan has spent the last year unclenching his wealth from the traditional banking system to build a decentralized sovereign treasury. James reveals a hard reality found in the 2311 digital fingerprints. During a high-level keynote at BTC Prague, Jordan challenged a rigged notion that the current financial system supports athletes. The 2311 message contains references to a sovereign digital asset backed by the strength of the Jordan brand itself. He told a room of unstoppable tech innovators, "The dollar is a contract you didn't sign. Sovereign currency is a game you actually own." This move into decentralized finance, DeFi, is designed to unclench the dark side of Hollywood's ability to freeze or manipulate an athlete's hard earnings. The untold story of Part 10 involves the rig of the current revenue sharing model. We are deconstructing the hard statistics Jordan brought to court during his antitrust battle against NASCAR. His advisor, Curtis Polk, exposed that drivers often only see 3% of the sport's $3 billion revenue. Jordan's 2311 strategy is to replace this rigged model with a sovereign payout system where athletes are paid in an unstoppable digital currency, immune to the media giant tax. He told America, "If you control the money, you control the rig. I'm taking back the controller." The verdict of this chapter is that Michael Jordan is no longer just playing for trophies. He is playing for financial sovereignty. By moving into the hard world of DeFi, he has proven that he is unstoppable in the face of corporate inflation. He is rigging a new economy where the sovereign individual is the master of their own hard fortune, leaving the dark side of Hollywood's rigged banks in the dust. In this 11 hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct a connection so deep it has the media giants scrambling to rewrite their social maps. While the dark side of Hollywood tries to keep sports and entertainment in separate rigged boxes, the hard truth revealed in the 2311 digital fingerprints is the existence of a sovereign alliance. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Michael Jordan's unstoppable move against corporate monopolies is being mirrored and supported by a quiet resistance of icons who have already unclenched from the system, including the likes of Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song. James reveals the true story of the sovereign meetings that took place in the shadows of 2025. The 2311 message contains specific metadata links to sovereign encryption keys used by other high-profile figures who have successfully fought the rig. We are deconstructing how Jordan reportedly consulted with Culkin's legal team to understand the hard mechanics of reclaiming one's sovereign narrative after decades of media giant exploitation. He told his inner circle, "If the boy from Home Alone can trap the giants, the GOAT can dismantle the entire arena." In this 12th and final hard segment of our investigation, we reach the sovereign proclamation that has left the media giants in a state of absolute silence. This is a revelation that will leave you impacted. The 2311 message wasn't just a warning. It was a launch of Michael Jordan's own sovereign network. He isn't just fighting the dark side of Hollywood. He is replacing it. James reveals a final sovereign truth. The 2311 transcript ends with a hard and undeniable declaration of war. Jordan has officially unclenched from the old world, announcing that he is moving his entire multi-billion-dollar estate into a sovereign trust that operates independently of any rigged corporate banking or media system. He told the world, "I've spent my life being the greatest player in your game. Now, I'm the owner of the arena, and the gates are only open to the sovereign." He has effectively rigged the future in favor of the truth, using his unstoppable momentum to create a hard sanctuary for the legend he spent 40 years building. The untold story of this final verdict is the sovereign transition of power. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Jordan is allegedly in talks to acquire his own satellite distribution network, ensuring that the 2311 signal can never be unclenched by a media giant switch. He has proven that when you have the strength to stand alone, the entire world eventually follows your lead. He told America, "The number 23 was about to jump. The number 11 is about to stand. The rig is broken. I am sovereign." The final verdict is definitive. Michael Jordan has moved beyond the court, beyond the track, and beyond the rigged narratives of the dark side of Hollywood. He is the sovereign architect of a new era where athletes and icons own their destiny. The 2311 message was a key that unclenched the shackles of the past, and the future he has built is unstoppable. Conclusion: the final sovereign word. As we close this hard 12-part investigation into the truth about Michael Jordan's 2311 message, the lesson is clear. The rigged world only wins if you stay silent. Jordan chose to be sovereign, and in doing so, he gave us all the strength to see the hard reality behind the curtain. If this deep dive gave you the strength to see the hard truth, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right now. As I've said before, your subscription is the only way we stay unstoppable in a rigged algorithm. It is a fuel for our sovereign fire. I want to hear from you. Which part of Jordan's sovereign plan left you the most impacted? Was it the hard truth about the logo or his move into Defy? Drop a comment below and let's keep this conversation alive. And if you want to support our mission to expose the rig even further, consider a super thanks. Your support keeps us hard and ready for the next sovereign investigation. Finally, click on the video appearing on your screen right now. Our investigation into the rigged truth behind the dark side of the NBA draft is even more captivating and passionate. Watch it now